For those that don't know Hemlock, how would you describe it?
Well, look around, it describes itself.
Grandpa's gonna get your hearing aids, so you can be part of the conversation.
I think that so much of what's come out in the media, and it's very fear-based, and some people are feeling very powerless.
3 basic needs of every human being on this Earth planet is food, water, and shelter.
Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective beyond the bridge.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Fraser Focus, bringing you stories that are often overlooked by mainstream media. I'm Dean Atwell.
And I'm Leah Bolton. We are here on the mountain today, and this week's episode, local faces and places here in the Fraser region. I visit a couple in Surrey and Carp to talk about Alzheimer's.
To start off the show though, we're here up at the Fraser Valley's only ski and snowboard resort, Hemlock Mountain.
You're going to hear one of two things from people in the Lower Mainland. They either are going to go, oh my God, I learned on that mountain. That's where I grew up skiing. That's where, I've got all my first memories of skiing and snowboarding, or they haven't heard of it. This is like a bowl. You can stand out on the deck here of our lodge, and you can see pretty much every run on the hill. Woohoo!
Great. We actually rent cabins up here too. We were up here before Christmas too.
For those that don't know Hemlock, how would you describe it?
Well, look around, it describes itself.
And how many years have you been coming to this mountain?
Well, I've been coming to this mountain since I was 16.
That's incredible.
How do you know how old?
I know, I'm just saying, you're looking young for your years.
We started skiing in '65 and we found this mountain, this beautiful mountain, 2 years later, and off and on, we've been here ever since.
Yeah, I started coming to Hemlock in '87 was the year I moved to BC, so I've been coming here since then.
Just look around you. You can't beat it. Would you rather be at a computer at a desk in Vancouver or here? I think I'll take here.
Dean and I are going to get out on the hill. I'm going to take some ski lessons, and he's going to take snowboard lessons. What's in store for us?
Well, you're probably going to fall a little, maybe on your face, and that's okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we've got great instructors up here. We have great lesson programs. Again, family-oriented. We have ability lessons for all ability levels, right? So we have instructors that are certified all at different levels.
Yeah, there you go. All right, now let's put it on the left foot.
Since you're more on the beginner spectrum, then shorter skis are a lot easier to control. So we like to control them.
Yeah, I want the shortest ones you can give me.
What Leah doesn't know is I already know how to snowboard.
I need help!
I snowboard a lot, and it's not easy getting the balance and all that, but once you get it, it's very, very fun.
Over the course of the last summer, we spent $1.5 million in our beginner area, investing in the carpet lift to make the beginner's learner experience that much easier. It's quite tough to start learning snowboarding, for example, on a haul rope where you're having to balance and stand on one foot, basically, for all intents and purposes.
I've tried that before, it's not fun.
Well, we're going to be sending you up there.
And then just let the lift push you off, and then just go straight. All right. Easy peasy.
Just want to make sure you can make snowplow turns.
Yeah, like this.
Pizza, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you stop?
I think so.
Make a bigger pizza?
I think so.
You think so? Okay.
We'll see.
Oh no!
So every Thursday, at Hemlock, ladies ski for free. So starting in the new year.
That's good for me.
That's good for you, right? So
forget you, Dean.
Exactly. So free tickets for you today, and all the ladies from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. they get a free lift ticket, and then up in the bar afterwards, we're giving away a ton of prizes from different sponsors and partners. So we have all the ladies come in, and it's just really kind of a nice networking thing, and people coming in and having a good time together.
Ladies' Day doesn't mean you get out there and ski or snowboard, or you just come out and hang out. We ski.
Us all broad ski.
It's almost like there are a lot of women, like girls that I know, are afraid to go out, or they'll go out with their boyfriends or husbands, and they're intimidated. And I've had girls say that before, so it's nice to see women go out and be able to do it on their own and get better at it.
You know, we try to perpetuate and live having fun, and we want to sort of instill that in all our staff and just let them, you know, be passionate about the ski industry as a whole.
I just see the whole atmosphere of this place as making humans human and enjoy each other and brings out the best in people, and it reflects back and forth between the staff and the people who come. It's a magic place.
Just another guy with a selfie stick on the mountain here at Hemlock. You're watching Fraser Focus. More local stories when we come back.
It's a phone.
It's your phone, yeah.
It's a phone, a telephone. Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. As you can tell, we have a large population of Zoomers in the area. So we touch base with CARP, Canadian Association of Retired Persons, and we discuss Alzheimer's.
What are you looking for? In the beginning, I was having trouble at work. I'd be told to go and do a certain job. Well, I would get there and then I'd leave it to do another job. Okay, the kettle has boiled, so we'll bring that over here. And we'll get ready to make the coffee.
He functions really very well. He's very high functioning. The memory is not so wonderful. He forgets things very easily, and I repeat things a lot.
But, so, have you, how many scoops?
In the coffee.
How many did you put in, do you know?
6.
I guess it's going to be what it's going to be.
You know, I read Still Alice. I've been a little bit aware of what's going on with dementia, but I've certainly heard people say that once someone has dementia, that there's really no point in interacting with them. Is that true?
Absolutely not. It certainly is a disease that changes the way that we're able to communicate and the way that we're able to interact with the world around us, especially as the disease progresses. But this is a progressive disease, meaning that early on in the disease, somebody might be able to have a conversation pretty much the same as they've always had.
You ever thought of having your hair done? Here's the next one.
No.
This one? For you?
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
I'm your favorite granddaughter, right?
I know that.
See, she knows that. That's the most important.
It gets tough to deal with at times, but we have to deal with it.
But she still knows who you are.
At times, yeah, most of the time.
Hopefully she only remembers the good stuff though, right?
Well, no, unfortunately she remembers a lot of the bad things.
It's a phone.
It's her phone, yeah.
It's a phone, a telephone.
Most people think of Alzheimer's, they think, okay, you're just forgetful. You forget your keys, you forget. Is that the main thing?
No, it's, she slows down, like, as you can see, all her needlework here.
Okay.
Now, today she couldn't do any of that. She can't even read the charts anymore.
Look, there's Laura, and there's there's Brandon, your great grandson.
Just because somebody isn't able to understand what's going on around them and respond in a verbal way doesn't mean they don't understand what's going on around them in other ways. I think the worst thing we can do is talk about people with dementia like they aren't there.
I'll zip down to get her hearing aids.
Grandpa's gonna get your hearing aids, so you can be part of the conversation.
Okay. Dementia is a real concern for our CARP members. Unfortunately, we know that there's no cure, but it sounds like there are some things people can do for prevention.
So anytime you learn something new, and the harder you have to try at learning that thing, the more you're really forming those new neural pathways or new connections in the brain. Learning a new language, absolutely a great strategy. Learning to play music, Sudoku, crossword puzzles.
Just keep active socially. I try to read. That gets tiring. And when I'm reading a book, oh, now who's this character?
Can you hear now? Yeah? Can you hear now?
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, good. They work! There are so many people affected by Alzheimer's in Canada, BC, and here in the Fraser region. If you're looking for more information, you can check out alzheimers.ca or our CARP website. We'll be right back here on Fraser Focus in a moment with the virtual Peace March.
You get to make up your own sign. Once the sign is made, then it gets handed off to a little Lego dude. The Lego dude takes it around. Welcome back to Fraser Focus. In efforts to promote unity, compassion and peace, a group of Surrey artists are building a virtual peace march using these little fellas here. Hello.
If I don't say something, if I just lie still, would I be a monster, scare them all away? If I let them hear what I have to say.
This virtual march started with some conversations with some friends in later in the year, in 2016, as we're looking ahead at what was happening down in the States and the incoming American president, and a lot of rising conversation about fear and division.
I mean, you get to make up your own sign. That's great. And then yeah, once the sign is made, then it gets handed off to a little Lego dude, and the Lego dude takes it around.
But I like the idea of a back sign. So
there we go. Respect. Respect all life. Why are we doing this for our US neighbours? Why are we doing it for the people of Surrey here?
Well, for the people of Surrey and further beyond. I think that so much of what's come out in the media, in not just the past few months, but the past few years, is very fear-based, and some people are feeling very powerless.
And what is your name?
Zahida.
Zahida, thank you. Thank you very much for stopping by.
I
would say that we can't rule out Americans as being, not compassionate. We can't say things like that.
But as Canadians, we do pride ourselves on being a little bit more
we pride ourselves, but humbly,
polite.
because we are also humble.
Yeah, that's looking good. And the photo's being taken right now. Got to put my respect pose on. Very nice.
It's so cool. It's very unique. I've never thought about doing something like this before. Lego is such a, we have it in all our homes, but I've never really thought about it this way, and it's a great initiative. And the little posters are so cute.
That's really good. She really is. This idea, I think, lets people actually move out of that feeling powerless kind of thing. And as I said, it's fun, but it's also quite serious and quite meaningful. And we do have a relationship because we are a border city. We do have the Peace Arch Park, which was built. I mean, the monument there says Children of a Common Mother.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
We really wanted to do something on the day of his inauguration on January 20th, but we didn't want to feed into that conversation about fear and division. We wanted to do something that was playful and positive and silly and perhaps a little bit subversive.
Thank you so much. Can you show me what signs did you make?
The homeless.
Love the homeless. Thank you.
I think that if we are trying to build an inclusive community, then I think that we should be trying to draw on all of those forces that bind us together rather than separate us. Be happy!
So you got that one, and love equalizes all?
Yeah, and there's one here, peace with neighbors.
And that's how you feel?
Well, I like this one. There is no place for hate. We are all beautiful, right? I had written one earlier about there's greatness within all of us, right?
Actually, this is a college student who's going away to college and donated all these Legos.
That's fantastic.
So they're all being divided into groups to be resold to children.
Oh, so something good will come out of this?
Yes.
Not just a virtual peace march, but in terms of these items being recycled and reused.
They'll be spreading more joy to children.
And that's where they'll go.
Yep.
This online movement allowed many who couldn't physically march to have their voices heard. A playful approach to a serious matter. You're watching Fraser Focus. More local stories from here in the Fraser region when we come back.
Our MLA is
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. Right now I am here in Langley, but this is an issue that takes place all over the Fraser region. It's affordability for seniors and housing. So let's talk about some solutions and some issues that they currently face.
The township is home to 14 manufactured home parks, housing approximately 1,400 tenants.
We're trying to highlight the issues in the city and the township affecting the availability of affordable senior housing and the senior homelessness issue that is increasing.
3 basic needs of every human being on this earth planet is food, water, and shelter. Shelter being extremely important. Without that, we're not going to last very long.
Somewhere between 45 and 50% of the people that we were seeing were between 55 and older. Numbers drop a little bit when we start getting up to 65 and older, but there's still a significant number of people that are coming in looking for assistance.
Just this little area, you see people that are homeless that are old people, and they are walking around with shopping carts. Now, how sad is that?
Well, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. You figure you have enough to live on, but you don't.
Yeah.
You know, later on in life, right?
I could never afford my own place. I wish, but no, I've never owned a home.
But you rented?
Rent, yeah.
You rented, and the rents got pretty high?
I would say so, but if you're living on a disability pension, which people with disabilities usually do, and the allotted shelter allowance that they provide is only $375 a month.
We did announce a project for $4 million for 82 units up on 72nd Avenue with the Lutherans last week. They've come forward with land beside their church they want to build on, so we're going to fund the first 82 units, and then there will be an affordable townhouse project there.
If it's somebody that was traditionally the bill payer or the breadwinner, if they've passed away, it's more likely that the problems that we're going to see is somebody's falling behind because they haven't been paying bills.
I totally understand where the seniors are coming from. I digress a little bit. My mother, before she passed away, her income was about $1,100 a month, and her rental was $780. So then you add the electricity and the phone, and then you've got a you don't have much left.
When my husband passed away, I just decided I had better move. There was no way I could afford to keep that place going, so I moved into a smaller housing unit, which was a condo, which was wonderful. I really enjoyed it, and then it got too big. It had stairs.
Are you seeing more and more seniors?
I do. I see I work at a local business here, and we're a temp agency, and a lot of our guys that come in are over the age of 65, and there's a handful that are homeless and staying in the shelter.
Manufactured homes, they can be a very good source of affordable housing. Also, it's of ground level. This is what I'm told by city planners.
So what's the solution, you think? If all the prices are that, do we need as a government to make things easier?
Yeah.
More seniors' homes, more you're saying their
homes, more rental caps for people with disabilities and seniors, and up the shelter allowance for people that are on disability.
Hey, heard it here first. Yeah, I think that's some good solutions.
In fact, the province of Alberta, they get more on their disability pensions than what we get here in BC.
Well, there we go. I think we need to follow along Alberta's rules here. Stay with us here on Fraser Focus as we talk about the upcoming election.
Controlling government spending is really the foundation. It's the bedrock of what we're trying to do.
May 9th is the election, and people can decide who they're going to vote for based on the empathy. I mean, I think a government has to balance the budget, but they also have to be empathetic.
It's been 5 years of Christy Clark photo ops. 5 years of underfunded hospitals.
Liberals, 16 years. Are you on board?
Not really. Academics will call it the economy. I might call it jobs. But what it really is a way to look after the people that you love.
I think they have done a good job, and I think they should keep on going. They have expenses under control, revenue coming in, why not?
I think it's going to work out eventually. So you just got to keep going at whatever they're at right now. Should work out, you know. There's a good government, good system, good structure. So as long as they build on that structure every time, should have no problem.
They've done a few good things, but not as many as what they had said they were going to do. So that's why I'm swaying towards John Horgan, but it's a juggling act.
Families first doesn't mean picking a fight with teachers and putting our children's education at risk. We need to talk about how we exploit our natural resources in a balanced way.
Currently, I'm profoundly disappointed with both the federal government and our provincial government in the approval of the Kinder Morgan pipeline expansion, and that is going to be an election issue for me.
Christy Clark. She cares more about photo ops than hardworking families.
Do you know who your MLA is?
Our MLA is...
That's a good question. I think it's, what's his name?
Christy Clark.
Oh, she's the Premier.
Premier?
Yeah.
Is it
Toddstone?
Work?
Or Transportation?
Or is it Fassbender?
Fassbender, okay. Yeah,
One of
Fassbender,
them there.
one of those guys.
Yeah.
So who is your MLA right now?
That's a good question.
Do you know who your MLA is?
Yes, Rich Coleman.
There you go.
So many interesting stories to share once again here from the Fraser Valley.
My favorite part was you trying to snowboard, Dean. That was pretty hilarious.
Seemed a bit safer than strapping 2 skis to your feet, though.
I did all right. And that's it for this week's episode of Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge.
Join us next week as we carry on with part 2 of our special 3-part series highlighting Hemlock Mountain Resort.
If you guys have a story to tell, don't forget to give us a call, send us an email, or there's always JoytvBC. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell. Thanks for watching.